going on?
Fighting round. Online ranked match.
There's some stuff happening here.
Versus arcade. Special online. Ranked match. Here comes a new challenger.
Let's do this.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The drive impact netted them a sweet punishment. Got to teach him you can't just throw out moves. Jump in finds the mark. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. I'd like to see them use this drive disparity to shift the tide of the fight to their side. Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive control. Baits them and goes in for the hug. From a KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire move. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Denies the jump in. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Do they have enough drive gauge? Gotta be kept, knocks them out of the air. Sets up with the jump in. Burnout activates. Player 2 needs to hold up the low. Both sides getting ready. Oh my, put the fear of God in. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Fight round. Fight.
Start throws him from above. Very slick with a combo. It throws him. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Low heavy. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Close range. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Nothing stops this train. Looking to follow up after that. This is gonna hurt. A real test of nerves here. This is it. So heavy out of nowhere. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Meets them air to air. A trade, but they're not worried. Reads them. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Had the radar up and running. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this a KO.
It's
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Goes for ooh, the opponent thought they had the high hand with that air attack, but they're about to get struck. They can't squander this punish counter chance. 3 volt? Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? G-right kick for a mix-up. The low! Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Oh, here we go. They gotta do better than that. What are they gonna do? What are you jumping in for? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Very good indeed. Final round. Fight!
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Chuck the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. The super doesn't hit. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the open. This can lead to some big damage. Throws them. A quick breather. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player one reads the jump in perfectly. Presses for a reaction with a fire. Absolutely relentless. Player two can't let this simmer. The low. What now? All the throw connects. Both avoiding the wall. This is gonna hurt. Both sides getting ready. Maybe keeping a full drive gauging their top. Sets up with, are you kidding me? Player two really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Still slugging it out here. Checks with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player two needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Big counter. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one can't use any more drive without... burnout activates. KO! Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Flashes them. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. They were right to be on guard there. Can't tech the throw. Brushes that off and keeps going. Experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Yo, put that away. Sends a clear message with that counter. Full SA meters on deck for both. Burnout activates. Reads the jump in perfectly. Taking chunks out of each other here. Both sides getting ripped. Drops them from the air. Shifts them for the win.
Yeah.
Can't beat me.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in? Who's going to steal this win? Superb reactions on display. Good judgment there. Jump burns out. What now? Player one has an empty drive. The low. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. This can lead to some big damage. Amazing knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player two still has they are done. Player one showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. G-right kick for a mix-up. Big counter. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Checks out of the corner and creates some distance.
Nice.
Strings it all together. Takes a trip. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Goes for the super art. Oop, will this super art connect? Sticks the combo. Player 2 needs to use the hits him with a stopping block. Player 2 will need to burnout activates. Scrapping it out up close. How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation? A quick breather. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Gets the tip with the low heavy. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Hits the drive. Uses the target combo as a filler. Jumps. Okay. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Escapes the corner. There's a burnout. Not so bad. And they burn out insane. What now? Gets the quick dash shorty. A real test of nerves here. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Solid anti-air. And they are done. Player 2 comes away with the win.
That shuriken.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Player 2 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Takes a trip. Getting into the end game, picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out. Will this super art connect? Brushes off the impact. You can block impact, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Experiencing burnout. Knockdown and player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they hit them with a stopping block? Player 1 baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive on. Player 1 can't use any put the fear of God in. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match.
Here comes a new challenger.
I haven't played this character before.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Beginning operation.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? You do not want to whiff an impact. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Going on the offensive? Burnout activates. A quick breather. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Jump? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Dashes. Long low attack hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Smart play with the throw. Sneaks in above. The throw missed. Medium kick hits. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with the hits him with a stop and pop. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner kick. Crowns him from above. Here comes a big combo. Knocks him out, flatlines him. Last round,
Legend.
people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Medium kick hits. Uses their drive gauge. All the throw connects. That throw do some good damage. Here's the burnout. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. This might be a pivotal super arc. Player 1, that throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Taking chunks out of each other here. A jump? This is gonna hurt. Player 2 is in a very... Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Okay, throws. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Risky medium kick. Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Medium kick. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off here. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. KO! Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Denies the low head. They were right to be on guard there. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout activate. But that's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player 1 is work, digs in deep to get that drive in. That combo did decent damage. Manages to block the jump in attack. Nothing stops this train. Dragon Lash. Burns out. What now? Medium kick. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Jump! This is gonna hurt. Dashes forward. Barely blocks the jump in. A jump? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Pumps the brakes on the impact. All the throw connects. What's next? Denied. Keeps cool and locks them out. Blocks the low kick. This may turn into a big chance. Low heavy. Oh, here we go. Up for the arrow. Super Art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Both sides getting ready. Pokes with a kick. Yo, critical art now. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Execute. Are you kidding me? Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps in. Breaks the block with a throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Combo with the target combo. Knockdown. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. What's the play here? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Takes a trip. The jump in is denied. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Will that drive impact get punished? Holds out with the block. The counter is blocked. Blocks it. Throws him. What's next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their KO? Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Jumps. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Medium kick. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side step. They exchange blows. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. In there! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Jump. This unleashes some big damage.
Bring in the heat!
Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Lands the super. Time for dessert. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Excellent block. What a parry. Quick medium poke. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. A jump. The low. What's next? Good decision with that throw. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? This is gonna hurt. Denied. Keeps cool and locks them out. This unleashes some big damage. Throw heavy out of nowhere. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
A new challenger.
Hello, heavy. Hello, heavy. Here comes the new challenger. Oh, there we go.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Puts one in the pocket. Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Strings it all together. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. On Gensaku, and they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? From up above. Goes to the overdrive. The jump in catches, hits him with a stop and pop. Pops him with a shorty. Still slugging it out at this range. Blocks it. Breaks the block with a throw. Misses the grab. Looking to impress with this super. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Oh, let's go. Absolutely relentless. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. This is a critical moment. Okay, here we go. Impact squat. Takes them up. Flatline them. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Bucks while they're blinking. Gets a risky buck in. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Oh, they changed sides. Both stop. Ooh, what a smart blow. This is gonna hurt. They're hurt big time. Noticeable life lead finds the target. They're back into the corner now. We just saw the heist of the century.
Judy,
Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. We're finally ready to begin anti-air in the clutch. Drive time. Grabs them. Good work staying in throw range there. The counter is blocked. Fantastic reactions there. The move whiffs and they get nailed with the punish counter. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Did well to get the buff in there. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 has complete KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jump? Medium kick. Scrapping it out up close. Hits him with a stop and bop. Jumps in. So the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Kaisen Dankai Raku. Playtime's over.
that felt good, didn't it?
They must have a game plan here with excellent block. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Ah, burnout activates. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Immediate jump. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good lead. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 has used up all of their drive game. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Gets them. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Gets a risky buff in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Big counter. Medium kick hits. Hits them with a stop and bop. Uses the target combo as a filler. Going in, player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters planning something. Reads the jump in perfectly. Big drive gauge difference here with little life left. What now? Breaks through with the throw. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Gets a risky buff in. Long low attack hits. The low is denied. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. The toss-up connects. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The super armor does its job. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Big low reaching heavy. The low doesn't connect. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. Bill wants to keep the ball rolling. Jumps in. Decides to buff up while they can. Oh, starts to fight them open. What'll happen here? Hits them with a stop and bop. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Shows a medium kick. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. The low heavy's blocked. Medium kick hits. Saihasho to start some KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Goes for the jump in to start. But this unleashes some big damage. Plus while they're blinking. Oh, the throw connects. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their suppress that off. Turning it right up with a super. Party time. Catches them in the full story. They're taking a step back to slow down the low heavy, but no go. They throws them. Moves up and crowns them from above. And flatlines them. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Sure you can? Deftly shuts out the jumper. All right. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Anticipated that counter and blocks. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Can't take the throw.
Face.
Player 2, it gets him. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Burns the bar to unleash the score. Sakai Fuhasan. Player 2 ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Perfect parry. How will they follow up? Excellent block. Goes to the air. Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Puts the exclamation point on that with raw super hard hit cover. Excellent read. Player 1 would no way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned.
Can't beat me.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Crumble from above. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. The low. Gets the counter hit. Wall flat into the guard break. Player 1 is in a very good anti-air in the clutch. Player 2 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink. Wow, reads the counter attack. Turning it right up with a super. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Can they make them get them with a quick low kick? Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Holds out with the block. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Life lead is open and KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit. They were right to be on guard there. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground games. Still slugging it out at this point. Hits them with a stopping pop. It's a good spot to use the super. Their drive gauges are looking bare. Attack, defend, anything can happen in this situation. Connects with the throw. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. This is a critical moment. Oh, here we go. Breaks through with the throw. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Decides to buff up while they can. Can't tech the throw. Steps in for the throw. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 is just about out of drive out. Taking stock. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner set. That drive impact doesn't get through. Player 2 is in burnout. Drive experiencing burnout. Neither fighter can use their drive move. How will they close out the round? Each hit is so important here. Goes for the jump in. A quick breather. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps in. Did well to get the buff in there. Going in. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Right kick for a mix-up. A quick breather. Player 2 will... Ooh, what a smart throw. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? The parry. KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Burns the drive gauge. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Grabs him. Knockdown. No more drive gauge. Taking stock. What's their game plan here? KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Right kick for a mix-up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Uses the target combo as a filler. Goes for the Satai Fuazan! Vintage Jury! Player 2 drop goes to the air. Player tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. There's the burnout. Flatlines him. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Open with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Medium kick hits. Drops them from the air. Good judgment there. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player 1, can this drive bring them back? Burns out. Player 1 is in burnout state. What's that off? Ooh, you never know what gets more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Takes it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. This might be a pivotal super arc. A real test of nerves here. A jump in? Are you kidding me? Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Shows the medium kick. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. A parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. The low kick connects. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. KO! Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. risky up-close scrap still going. It's a good spot to use the super. That combo did decent damage. Player 2 will need to play it conservative and brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very protect. They were right to be on guard there. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Cross up. It's denied. Uses their drive gauge. Sets up with the jump in. Medium kick, low heavy, but no go. A train, but still works out. A jump in, nothing stops this train. What now? Gotta do better than that. Finds the target. The drive impact doesn't work. Burns out. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Anti-air in the clutch. Medium kick. Gets the jump in. Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Blows him. What's next? Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few... Gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Drive reversal. Earns a breather to reset the situation. Player 2 will look to apply. Burnout activates. What'll happen here? Grabs and throws him away. Big opportunity. Just goes for it at this range. That's not gonna hit. A real test of anti-air in the clutch. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Will they get put the fear of God in? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Cross-up attack. Adds a bit of OG spice there. Ooh, what a smart blow. Oh man, this is a scary range. Ooh, you never know what can... This is gonna hurt. Play forward throw. Laying the pressure on thick. Quick dash. Low heavy, but no go. The throw doesn't... The low block. What are they gonna do? Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. It is over. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Start. This is gonna hurt. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 has the life advantage. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Takes the chance to hurt him. Low heavy for the win. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Gets a risky bust and hits him with a stopping pop. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. That's a counter. There's a change of side. This is the ideal range because they were not clear for takeoff. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Immediate jumping. Final round. Ooh, what a smart blow. Plus Missed while they're blinking. Reads the jump in perfectly. Uses their drive gauge. Scrambling here to avoid that corner. And flashes the blue to stop the jumping. What were they thinking? Oh, here we go. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burn. There's a burnout. Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out. Low heavy, but no go. Quick step forward. Medium kick into, getting up close and personal. Kicking to the face. Close. Player 1 can't use any drive. Oh, see right through him. Ugh, take a seat. They're just gonna go for it when it is over. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The low. Jumps. Checks with a medium. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Neither of them willing to back off here. Blocks the ambiguous crosshair. Knockdown. That attack landed, experiencing burnout. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round. Oh God, this is tense. Both fighters planning KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Who's going to start things off? The jump in catches them. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. In with the cross. Quick breather. A real test of nerves. Punish counter sets the table. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Wraps it up with a throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Solid anti-air. Connects with medium kick. Adds a bit of OD spice. Lays down a side hustle. Ooh, does them dirty. Throws that off. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Jinrai drops him hard. Pokes with a kick. Noticeable life lead is a this is gonna hurt. Break through with the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows the medium kick. Can't tech the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Can they outlast it? At this range, many attacks can connect and stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Big counter KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Nails the anti-air. Denies the low head. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Uses the target combo as a filler. What'll happen here? The low heavy is denied. Perfect parry. How will they follow up? Quick breather. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Player 2 will look to apply. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. The low block. Knockdown and denies the jump in attempt. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Sneaks in above. holds out with a block. Still slugging it out here. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Uses the parry. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Great work finding the opening. Did well to get the buff in there. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. What's their game plan? Looking to impress with this KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Decides to buff up while they can. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Grabs them, a quick breather. Player 2 will look to up charges forward. Hits them with a stop and pop. Gets a risky buff in.
Pay attention.
Jinrai kick for a mix-up. How will they manage their drive gauges? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. This is a burnout activated. Gotta do better than that. This can lead to some big damage. Low heavy. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Options up to medium attack. There's the burnout. The next touch. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. Manages knew the throw was coming. Checks with a medium. Still slugging it out at this range. Plenty of health. Full gauges. Let's go. May connects with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. The low. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Both sides getting ready. Taking jumps. Nothing stops this train. Their drive is limited. What? Oh, yo! Super hit! Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super art ready. Throws them. Noticeable life lead is a comeback super. They are done! Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
The top player is here.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The low heavy hit. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. They trade hits, and now throws them to negate the block. Will that drive impact get punished? Knockdown and KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. Jumps? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Knockdown. Come upstairs. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Player 1 is low heavy. Both fighters planning KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 will look to abuse the gauge for a super arm. That's not gonna hit. That's the counter. Looking to impress. This super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. The super art's there. What's coming next? Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Shoots him and takes a swing. What now? Oh, the throw connects. And drops that off. No heavy. What next? Turns out. Getting up close and personal. Hits that with confidence. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Oh, well, you don't want to do a rematch.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The throw connects for counter hit damage. Player 1 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Neither fighter can rely on their drive anymore. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Medium kick hits. Checks him with the projectile. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Who will capitalize on an opening first? The quarter makes it hard to escape. In there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Flushes that off and keeps going. Freezing hot. Is this early super gonna change things? Goes air to air and takes the tomahawk plus. Knockdown and barely blocks the jump in. They were expecting that drive impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. You've gotta be solid anti-air. Are we gonna see a comeback here? So, what's next? Not much life left. Cleared for landing. Jump. Pay attention. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Flatline zone. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, they want to quit.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Decides to go in with the target combo. Difficult situation for a throw. Definitely saw that counter coming. Opts for the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Misses the drive impact. Stops the attack by using a drive kick. Burnout is triggered. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Reads them. Pops them with a shoryu. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2, burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very hits him with a stopping block. Tries to catch him out with the arc sling. Player 1 will look to apply, uses the gauge for a super arc. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? The drive impacts the big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Slides and goes for the legs. Does a good job of pushing back. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. They need to rely on their instincts here. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Jumps up. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Slides and goes for the legs. Can't tech the throw. Sets up the trap. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? What'll happen here? Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see crushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Jumps up, side switch in the corner. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishes. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
A jump. Grabs and throws him away. Jumps in. This is gonna hurt. Player 1 will... Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Hits them with the counter throw. Takes out the low kick. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Low heavy. Parry connect. Can this drive bring him back? Hits that with confidence. Player 2 is in burnout state. Sets up with the jump in.
Take a drink here.
Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish.
Super finish.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Put one in the pocket. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Was that a good decision? Strikes back with the drive impact. Knockdown. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Takes a trip. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Throws them. What's next? Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? They trade. Throw connects and does big damage. both fighters. Tomahawk bust! Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Fire! A quick breather. Hits them with a stop and pop. Put the exclamation point on that with an OD. Pumps the brakes on the impact. It closes it out. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Blocks. Gets the parry here and adds some pressure. A parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. The counter is blocked. Gets a crucial back throw in. Knife lead opens up. KO. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Player one really suffered there in the corner for a while. How can they avoid being put there this round? Smart throws, that'll do more damage than usual. You get a lot more out of a counter throw than a normal one. Player two has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? This is gonna be bad news. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Brushes that off and keeps going. So Experiencing wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Beginning operation.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Absorbs the attack and fires back. The jump in is denied. Oh, easy tag. Misses the drive impact. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player one creates a good corner, experiencing burnout. Blows them. What's next? All right, what's coming up next? Player two can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Not close enough. The kick hit. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Jumps. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Pops him with a shoulder. Still there. Uses the gauge for a super art. Going in, hits him with a stop and pop. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Breaks those shins. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Uses the target combo as a filler. And this big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Can't tech the throw. Good parry there, and a parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Takes a trip. Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Experiencing burnout. Both sides are gonna have to fight without drive. Looking to impress with this super. They need to rely on their instincts here. Up tap to close it. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off? Player two will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player two, burnout activates. Knockdown, and they're going for the super arc. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Player two needs to use the threat of closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Start solid anti-air. Throws him. Jumps in. Picks up the counter. Nothing stops this train. Target combo into. What now? Player two is barely not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player two is in a very good spot. What's next? Drives it back, misses. Cross that off. Will they gamble something here on an overhead? Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Risky medium kick. Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Still learning, you know.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh god, I got bad times with these.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Give me your best shot.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Denies the attack, and now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Box him with a target. Sticks the combo. Down to the wire. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Close them. What's next? All right, what's coming up next? In there! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Immediate. Jumps up. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. They were right to be on guard here. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Still slugging it out at this range. One mistake. Burnout activates. Throws up the javelin and blasts them with the good stuff. Player one needs to hold out until their drive kick blocks the low kick. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who will come out on top in this final round? Challenge from above. Which fighter drops them hard? They just said, get that something out of here. Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's go. The low kick hits. Oh, yo, rock super hit. Spends it all on the super. Hot shot, one thing about it.
Now you know him.
Player two, excellent block. Drops them. Drops that off. There's a drive impact. A real test of nerves hit, low heavy. Player two, they are done. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. This is gonna hurt. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Neither of them willing to back off here. The low heavy hits. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. They trade. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Rodrigo. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Impacts are no-go. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Picks up the counter. This is going to hit them with a stop and pop. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Crowns them from above. So little life left. KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Challenge from above. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super art. Cross super art incoming. Bring in the heat. Come on now, let me hear you say it. Shinryu. Repa.
Bet that hurt.
This might be a pivotal super art. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Dangerous range here. The low. Target pump, turning it right up with a super. Devotes all that meter to the goddess of the hunt. We're about to get a big knockout kiss.
Now you know.
Oh! Player 2 shrugs that off. Do they gamble something here on a drive move? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? The drive impact doesn't work. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Steps up. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Box him with the target combo. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. Gets the jump in. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Oh, God. Marisa gonna give you the jab. Threads it cleanly. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Brushes that off and keeps going. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Will this decision pay off for them? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. A super art? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Hits them with a stop and pop. Player 1 has completed their drive. Ooh, does them dirty. In with the phalanx. Tries to act, closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open with a jump in? This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. The low block! Scuff him! Barely blocks the jump in, brushes that off and keeps going. And putting the cherry on top! Punish counter on the action! More fuel to the fire! Cook them up! Spend it all on the super! Not shy one bit about it!
Bet that hurt.
Player 2 can't miss and leaches some big damage. Nothing stops this train. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Burns out. A real test of escape denied. Piles on the corner pressure. Answers with a baits out the low kick. One player is in burnout state. Is it time to end this? Take a seat. Low head with authority. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
We got one more.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Gotta do this. Come on. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
How's this?
Uses a drive parry against the attack. Parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up.
Did it again.
Misfire with a drive impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Taking stock. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Life lead opens up. Knockdown. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Shinrai kick for a mix-up. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Goes low. That drive impact is blocked. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Player 1, burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This uses the gauge for a super arm. Shinrai doing the business. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 has depleted their drive. Whoa! Critical art now? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
What a finish! Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Carries to cancel the fireball. Saw the projectile easily. He'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. Starts with a jump in. What's the play here? Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? The super armor does its job. Gets the jump in. Box him with a target combo. Takes a trip KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
A brave forward jump there to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Combo with the target combo. Still slugging it out at this range. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Hits them with a stop and pop. Closes the gap. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Shinrai hits. Good damage out from there. A quick breather. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? A parry? Denies the jump in. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Charges forward. Both fighters planning something? Reads the jump in perfectly. Excellent read. Player 1, what a finish! Player 2 survived that tense mirror match.
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Here comes a new challenger.
Don't go with the same guy.
「 Here comes a new challenger. 」
Don't go with the same guy.
「 Here comes a new challenger. 」 « 」 Here comes a new challenger. 」 « 」 Here comes a new challenger. 」 « 」 «
about to see a mirror match go down where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top?
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The drive parry was successful. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. All that effort for so little payoff. Knockdown. Throws them to negate the block. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? No more drive gauge. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 chases them down, brushes that off and keeps going. Quick dashing. Takes the chance to hurt him. In there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. This is gonna be bad news. Closes the gap. Strings it all together. Scrapping it out up close. Jumps up. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Quick breather. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Off the deal. Burnout activates. This is gonna hurt. The low kick hits. A real test doesn't check the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Opens with a tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Medium kick. Drives and back misses. Throws him. That throws you some good damage. The low. What's next? Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Connects with the throw. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Okay. Putting the cherry on top. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. To play with fire, you're gonna get burned. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Turning it right up with a super. Come on now, let me hear you say it. Shinryu. Repa. This is going to open them right up. Player 2 survived that 10th mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Cuts in with the drive impact. Side switch in the corner. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The super armor does its job. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Box him with a target combo. Solid combo. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Takes a trip. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
How's this? Flashes him. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Risky up-close scrap still going. Big throws. A quick breather. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. She's like looking to impress with this super. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. In, view, rip off. Player 1 will need to use their meter here. What doesn't check the throw? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Opens with a fireball. The last round. It's now or never. Hits the back throw to get the side switch. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Good decision with that throw. Player 1 meets them air to air. A jump in. This can lead to some big damage. Okay, here we go. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They got Capsule on the toe. Dragon Lash. Nothing stops this train. Player 1 comes away with the win.
Always time for one move.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Gets a chance with that jump in. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player 2 is just about out of drive out of it. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Knockdown. Player 1, Chase gets him. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Medium kick. Still slugging it out at this range. Oh, what's this? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Going in. They return to center stage. Cuts in with the drive impact. Anti-air in the clutch. Can they create an opportunity for themselves? Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Risky up-close scrap still going. Medium kick. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Jump drops them. Good judgment there. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Drops that off. Player 1 is in a very good... Oh, yo! Rock super hit! Excellent read. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Impact squat. Looking for a hold. Punish counter sets the table. A real test. They are done. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. But brushes that off and keeps going. Throws them. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? All right. They timed that just right to get the perfect parry. Perfectly timed parry to deflect the opponent's attack. You don't want to get caught in that situation too many times. Punishes that ill time and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Decides to meet them in the air. Life lead opens up. Flashes it. Player 2 can't afford to stick in there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. This round is so important. You can feel the intent. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Quick breather. They're going for the super art. Shippu Jinrai doing the business. Risky. Shippu Jinrai hits. Good damage off in there. Uses the target combo as a filler. Brushes that off and keeps going. A real test of nerves here. Gets the tips with the low heavy. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Starts things absolutely relentless. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. They can't squander this punish counter chance. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Punish counter on the action. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious overhead attack. Getting up close and personal. Whoa! Critical art now. Shreds them with a critical. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. It's time to block this out. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
They are done. Player 1 survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sets up with the jump in. Sure you can. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Knockdown. Stops the attack by using the drive pick. Then they break forward to pressure the opponent. Snipe's lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with Snipes out the air. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Jumps? Who's going to start things off? Player 1 bears the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. The drive impact is denied. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player 1 reads the jump in perfectly. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Jump meets them air to air. Close range protects shoots their shot. Punish counter sets the table. He catches out of it. Flatlines them. How's that? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight round. Fight.
Stark drops them. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? There's a change of sides. Steals back a chance. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Player 2 cruising from above. Like blast that off. Bring in the heat. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Bet that hurt.
Player 2 is in burnout state, but very anti-air in the clutch. Perfect execution with the anti-air. What now? Scuffle. Breaking them shins with the low head. Are you kidding me? Player 2 comes away with the win.